Admittedly, as someone who is typically more on the Android side of the spectrum, iPhone releases yearly don't particularly pique my interest just for lack of overall feature flexibility and the consistent uniformity that iPhone users typically love on a year-to-year basis. I personally find a bit dull. But what I can say is that after these last roughly 72 hours with the iPhone 17 Pro Max, this thing is pretty darn nice. From the feel in the hand, the vibrancy, and new additions to the screen, significant overhauls in the cameras, body composition. There's a lot here that, although there are some features that I could see a large variety of consumers not really needing or caring about too much on a day-to-day basis, there are a lot of tangible upgrades here, I think, for the average populace on a day-to-day basis, that if you already love iPhones, you're gonna like this a lot too. So I'm gonna walk you guys through my first 72 hours with the iPhone 17 Pro Max and the things that I've really loved about this so far and the reasons I think you guys are definitely going to also. So if you guys are new here, my name is Dave and this is where tech meets lifestyle. Now for starters, of course, are the body differences. Now I'm not gonna spend too much time on this for you guys because you guys can look up the spec sheet, but I think the tangible things to really pay attention to here are that the iPhone 17 Pro Max is very slightly taller, wider, and slightly thicker than the iPhone 16 Pro Max. And I was out recording with my longtime childhood friend whose name is also Dave, and this is what he kind of thought when he was comparing these two in the hand. So Dave, in the hands, which ones would you say feels better, or do you feel like they feel about the same?
I would say probably this one feels a little bit better than.
Okay, why?
Maybe the size. It feels a little bit smaller, man. Like I can grab it, grasp it.
Firmly grasp it.
You know, this one, it's good though. Both are really good. Both feel really good in the hand.
Now mind you, I didn't give him any kind of body specifications at all. I just gave them to him raw, just let him feel them in the hand and discern what he thought. And if I had to guess, people going from the 16 Pro Max to the 17 Pro Max on average might slightly lean toward the 16 just because it is lighter and slightly thinner, and because it's a little bit less tall, it's a bit easier to access all portions of the screen. But if you ask me personally, I like the way the 17 Pro Max feels in the hand just much better. One of the things I love is that the side rails slope into the back, so there's like a continuation here, as opposed to on the 16 Pro Max that you can feel the difference on the from the back and the side rails. There's kind of like a little bit of a slice. That's a small thing. We'll see if that's just a honeymoon phase, but so far, I love this a lot. Oh, and if you were wondering about battery life, yeah, that's been pretty excellent so far. Now, although for sure the 17 Pro Max is heavier than the 16 Pro Max, there are really two big reasons for that, right? The first being that this has a larger battery inside, and it also has the inclusion of a new cooling vapor chamber system. I've taken a lot of pictures and recorded a lot of video over the summer with my 16 Pro Max. And what I can say is that doing a lot of that over these last couple of days with the 17, even in comparable temperatures where we've been getting 85 to 90 degree days, 17 Pro Max for sure has taken longer to get to that really warmth. And also in the hand, it still feels good even when it is warmer. Or because of the titanium material that the iPhone 16 Pro Max is made out of, when this gets really hot, you feel it right away. Where here, I was able to record a lot of video, take a lot of pictures, and really push this heavily, and it still felt really darn good. Now, although I am more of an Android guy, something that's always been an amazing experience on iPhone is the display. The display here is just this crisp, vibrant, sharp, and buttery smooth, just like all of the other iPhones before it. But two really big upgrades that I think are going to be really welcome for the large majority of average consumers is that you're getting a 3000 nit peak brightness display here on the 17 Pro Max. So when you're outside, you're going to be able to clearly see what it is that is on your screen. If you're texting someone, wanting to scroll through social media, when it's a bright blue sky day, the sun's directly overhead, you'll be able to see what's going on here. On top of that, there is now an anti-glare, anti-reflective coating here on the 17 Pro Max. And I can say that most certainly makes a tangible difference on a day-to-day basis using this outside and the bright blue sky in the bright sunny day weather that we've been having here, being able to take this outside and not having to squint and look at my screen is definitely a plus. And I am super sure that for most of you watching this video, that's definitely going to be the case. It's nice that Apple saw that Samsung incorporated that on their 25 Ultra, decided to do that here too. The 25 Ultra's anti-reflective coating though is a bit better in that it dampens those extraneous direct lighting sources in my experience. And although this is going to look better outside than say the 16 Pro Max, the 25 Ultra's is still a bit better. But regardless, having it here is really nice. I have been thoroughly impressed with the new camera systems here. The telephoto zoom quality that you're getting out of this is insanely crisp at those 4 and 8 times zooms, and the front selfie camera now with that 18 megapixels certainly looks really, really good. I'm going to be doing comparison videos between the 17 Pro Max, 25 Ultra, 16 Pro Max for sure. But what I can say is that this definitely has better zoom capabilities than the 16 Pro Max with this 4 and 8 times. And honestly, even when you punch in farther than that, this definitely wins out in both pictures and video as well. And because of the slightly larger sensor that you're getting here on the 17 Pro Max compared to the 25 Ultra for the primary camera, the 17 Pro Max does do a slightly better job in terms of bringing in light into the sensor and getting you a bit more detail out of your shots, and for sure compared to the 16 Pro Max as well. You do have log format video in here, of course. Most average consumers are not going to use that really at all. And you do also have that gen lock feature, but again, that's one of those things, combining a whole bunch of different iPhones to get a bunch of different angles while simultaneously recording. Most people, A, aren't going to have the time to want to do that, and B, they're not really going to have the means, right, purchasing all of those iPhones to connect all of them to get all those angles. And so that's one of those features that, like, there's no point at this point, I think, really talking about that in depth for you guys, because I know most of you watching are never even going to touch that feature. And of course, the haptics on the 17 Pro Max feel great, like it always does on iPhone devices, and the speakers for sure are just better than the Galaxy 25 Ultra. The speakers on that are good, but Apple's engineering for their speaker systems in their phones every single year is just superb. This is no different. And yes, sometimes when I do these videos, people doubt that I actually put my SIM card in here. My eSIM is in here, which means this is also the larger battery variant of the iPhone, because now there's no longer a cutout to put a SIM tray into. So larger battery, really nice. And alongside the new chip and optimizations, I think a lot of you guys are going to be happy about this. To say that I've been really, really impressed with the overall package here so far. I'm not quite at the point where I can say that I feel like this is going to take me away from my, say, Galaxy Fold 7 indefinitely. But what I can say is that in the time that I've been using this, had my SIM card in it, texting family members, scrolling through social media, assessing emails, taking pictures and video, I've been really impressed by this so far, and also really impressed with the battery life. And so if you guys have any other questions, please let me know in the comment section down below. I have a lot more content for this, and also content coming for the iPhone Air as well. This thing has been super impressive. And again, for the iPhone Air. But thank you guys so much again for stopping by and hanging out. I wish you a fantastic remainder of your day, afternoon, or night, depending on the time it is you are watching this. And as always, peace, love, adios, bye guys, and have a great day.